What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Sword Mastermode Galarian forms only. Previously, we took on the 8th and final gym here in Galar. We beat Raihan with actually a little bit of difficulty. I kind of expected that just because it's double battles, and it's dragons, so it can tend to be a little bit difficult when you throw that combination together. But we didn't lose anybody, which is the big thing. And of course, if you look at the layout and didn't watch the previous episode, we did have a couple of evolutions as well. But today should be the start of us making our way towards WYNDON. We have that last route that we need to go to, which is, I'm guessing, Route 10? I don't know. I haven't played Sword and Shield like in a very long time, so I can't really remember the routes and everything like that. I know Route 9 was that really long route from Chichester all the way down to Spikemuth, but I would imagine that this route going north is going to be Route 10, I think. Regardless, not super important right now. Let's go ahead and spin our wheel. Previous episode, we did use our get out of jail. We still have, I want to say, three Devil's Advocates, so that's okay. Alright, and we got level cap, which surprisingly is the first time we're getting this challenge in this series. So how level cap works. So technically, I'm saying technically because this is a really big thing to talk about. So how level cap works is that it's not necessarily a challenge that you do in one video. So what I mean by that is if we pulled this in the previous episode, then yes, it would have been something that would have been done in one video. However, how level cap works is that you are not allowed to use anything that is over 5 levels above the ace of what will be your checkpoint. So for us, in this case, in context, checkpoints usually are decided based on gym leader level. This is usually done, or at least I usually do this whenever we do randomizers, because it's a lot easier with the modifications and everything like that to, have rare candies and whatnot. But usually gym leaders grant a level checkpoint for us. So it's usually what the gym leader's ace is. So in this case, 48 would be the gym leader's ace. For Raihan. And now when we look at it, that's usually like how grinding would go. So you would have heard that a lot probably in like Blaze Black 2, Volt White 2, or anything like that. But for us, the next technically checkpoint that we would have is beating Leon. So level 65. That would mean that we're not allowed to use anything 71 or higher, because I can use level 70s, just nothing that would be above his ace, which is normally 65. So I don't see us having any mons above 65. But I do need to make note of them. Otherwise, I will forget. I'm not trying to forget that. But yeah, basically, For this video, we technically don't have a challenge. Which is kind of nice. So who do I want to lead with through here? Do I want to keep... I mean, to be honest, there's nothing wrong with leading with the Darmanitan, especially because it's scarfed. I can always U-turn out anyways. So it's actually, like, a really nice mon to lead with. I just don't know what any of the trainers have. So, I honestly don't think there's going to be, like, that many trainers either. Alright, Gardevoir. Is that your only mon? Yeah, I'm just gonna Ice Punch, because we're gonna kill this thing in one hit. And this is, honestly, this is where the game is gonna start getting a little bit confusing to me, because... I remember, like, the end portion of the game being kind of long, just because, like, it feels like they crammed a lot of stuff in before you know, fight the Elite Four. And it feels kind of, and it kind of felt like, oh shit, we gotta do something type of deal. Because you do like a tournament, and then you fight some more people, and then it's like, now you're fighting the champion. And it's like, I don't know, it just feels a little bit like ass backwards. Kind of feels ass backwards. Alright, Steelix. Let's go into Frostmat here. Alright, going for the Curse. I mean, that's not ideal, but I mean, I can deal with that. I can deal with that. Not that big of an issue. Go ahead and go for the Mud Shot. That should maybe... Oh, it doesn't kill. But the Hail will kill it, so even... Yeah, we're going for Curse again. Men didn't think I could hit him. You silly bitch. We have the leftovers too, so the hail damage isn't even really doing any damage to us, so that's nice at the very least. Alright, Mudsdale. Okay, we can go into Darmanitan here. I love Mudsdale so much. It's such a good mod. I feel like I've told this story at least a couple times on the channel, but I also don't remember if I have, but... No, I definitely think I have said something along the lines, but... So back in the day... I say back in the day, probably like... 5-6 years ago, I used to do a lot of like Wonderlocks and everything like that, just because I would like to play. I like playing through the games a lot. Obviously, I've definitely slowed down a lot more because I'm doing a lot more YouTube stuff compared to then. But I used to do a lot of like Wonderlocks and all that stuff. But I used to do like Wonderlocks of all the 3DS games, and that's why you'll see like me do like surprise trade blocks of the newer games, because it's basically the same concept, just newer engine. But there was one time where I did a Wonderlock of, I think it was Ultra Moon, and in that series, but in that run, I remember getting to a point where I was using a Mudsdale, and this is kind of where my love for Mudsdale really grew, because I knew Mudsdales had stamina, which stamina, obviously, if you get hit, I think it has to be physical. I don't think it could be any move, but if you get hit with a physical move, your defense goes up. Actually, now that I think about it, I think you just get hit and your defense goes up. But Mudsdales have stamina. Yada. And I remember this was probably the point where all the storyline stuff was going down. I remember getting completely smoked by something. I don't remember what exactly, but I remember just having the Mudsdale left alive and feeling like I was screwed. And I remember solo running with this thing. Now, Mudsdale is not fast. It's got good attack, pretty decent defense. Special defense is meh. But the thing about it is that I was just using that, and I'm pretty sure I had a Lucky Egg on, so it's already getting traded XP. I got a Lucky Egg on it, and like the trade level requirements were different in Sun and Moon, because there aren't gyms in Sun and Moon. There are the Grand Trials, so it was done a little bit differently. And it got to the point where I leveled up the Mudsdale so high that it was like 70 something, and so it wouldn't obey me anymore, because I had defeated like the third Grand Trial, and I think it's like up to level 70 they obey you. So I have this Mudsdale that I'm basically soloing the game with, and I have this thing at level 70, it's not obeying me, and I get to the point where I fight the Grand Trial. Holy shit. I fight the Grand Trial, Hapu, because you fight it like first thing before you actually do the actual trial, which is a little bit weird. Or no, did I actually do the trial? Either way, I was fighting Hapu, and I was like, alright, as long as I, win the battle, I'll be okay. I'm level 70, she's gonna have a team of like low 50s, it's fine. She sends out a Gastrodon, and this thing one-shots me. I was 15, almost 20 levels ahead, and I'm pretty sure this Gastrodon went for Surf, crit me, and killed me. From full. It was like a 1-turn or 2-turn battle, and I'm just like... So I had this Mudsdale, which carried me out of something during the Aether Foundation. And the moment I'm trying to rebuild a new team, because you can turn on the EXP share. It works like the 6th gen EXP share, where you can turn it on or off if you don't want to. It's not like the newer games where it's EXP on, regardless of the fact that, not the things in the back aren't battling, but they can get experience. I remember I had it on. I was basically training up a brand new team, and boom, instantly get popped by this Gastrodon. I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what is up with the things like, this mon is a legend. It carried me out of dark times and dark paths, and when I get to a point where it would be really convenient for me to win, so that way I can move on. Like, I wasn't trying to solo run the game. Not at all. It just happened to be that way. And I immediately get popped. Because it happened with that. I mentioned this, I think, in the previous episode where I had to tell a life story. I had a Luxray in Black 2. Same thing happened there. I did have instances, though, where I would do Wonderlocks like that, and I would get just some really good mons to start off with. I know I did an X Wonderlock, and I actually started off with a Pawniard. And I was sitting there in my head, I'm like, that fucking sucks because Pawniard doesn't evolve until like level 52, I believe. So I had to keep it as a Pawniard the entire time until we, you know, level up to 52. But the nice thing about X and Y is that Pawniard is pretty decent early on because it's a steel type, and a lot of the mons are going to have normal type moves, so I'm going to resist a lot of things. Not really going to be that big a problem. And you get the Eviolite really early on, so I basically had the Eviolite on it the entire time that I, you know, got the Eviolite until it evolved. And that was one of the few instances where I got a starter that probably isn't good because it, you know, evolved so late. But my starter surviving the entire time and everything was all good. And then I remember I did another Ultramoon Wonderlock, and I got a shiny Honedge off the jump. And to get Honedge to evolve in the Aegislash was a little bit of you didn't get a Dusk Stone until you got all the way to the last island. So I had to run around with an Eviolite Doublade. Now, in today's day and age where randomizers are a thing and Aegislash is one of those mons where it really needs stability for it to be good, because otherwise you have something that's stupidly bulky but doesn't have any attack power, or you have something that's hench as fuck and hits hard, but a strong sneeze will, you know, kill it in one hit. So, oh my god, something is in my eye, please. I'm not trying to get attacked by this bear tick right now. Just trying to mind my own business and battle all these strangers. But, what was I trying to say? Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. I just started rubbing my eye. Oh, but I got that Eviolite Doublade, and I was just saying how it's Aegislash is a mon that really needs stability to, you know, do anything in randomizers. And again, kind of same thing with like Pawniard with like Doublade. It's a steel type. It's gonna be good, really good early game. Honestly, Ghost Steel is actually one of the best typings you could really ask for. It's got what, 3 immunities? Because normal fighting can't hit it, plus poison can't hit it, so it's actually really freaking good. But Eviolite Doublade, it has a lot of defense already, so slapping an Eviolite on it doesn't really need, like, it doesn't really need extra defense, but it really helps with special defense. So it's like, it's actually a really, like, when I think of mons that you don't need to fully evolve and they would be, like, actually somewhat decent, I think of Porygon 2. I think of Doublade as well. Like, now obviously there are mons that didn't evolve before that have evolved now, and you're like, yeah, the evolved form makes it so much better. I found out, what was it, not that long ago, that Scyther has the same base stat total as both Caesar and Cleavor. They all have base 500 stats, and I'm just like, what? Like, I found that out, and I was just like, there's no way. Like, imagine evolving a mon, and the only thing that changes about it is its typing. Like, it doesn't technically get any stronger. I'm like, that's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. Alright, we got a throwdown over here. But the problem is that I feel like anything I go into is gonna fucking take a stupid amount of damage from this. But I really don't have any other option. Holy shit, I almost killed him. Okay. Can Surfetch take a hit? Please. Please take a hit. Okay, 1 for taunt. Perfect. Because I just wanted to make sure I could take a hit and first impression this thing. Because I know first impression will kill. I know first impression will kill. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. But anyways, go back to what I was saying about like mons that didn't evolve before but now have evolved, like Primate into Annihilate. It's like, did it need the evolution? Not from a power standpoint, it didn't, but from like a story or a yeah, I guess you could say story, or for like a research aspect, absolutely. I don't think there's a fucking eyelash in my eye. I think my eye is just, I don't know. It's bothering me though, and I don't want to keep rubbing it because it already kind of burns from allergies. It's one of the many reasons why I don't like the summer as much as I used to, because I just have horrible allergies. So I hope, well, one, I hope it's not noticeable on camera, but two, I just hope it doesn't keep hurting my eye. Ooh, shit. This is a tough one. But this is actually good for us because this is giving us coverage that we didn't have before. So I think we keep first impression because priority on this thing is going to be dummy good. Knockoff isn't a terrible move, but because we have an Obstagoon now, there's really no reason for me to be rocking dark type moves because, I mean, it's good for psychic types, yeah, and ghost, but how many times have I clicked knockoff since we've gotten like Brick Break or first impression for that matter? Not much. So I rather take the Leaf Blade coverage because that's good for ground types. So yeah, I think it's just smarter for us to do that. Alright. I want to say there's only one more trainer battle in this route, and it's this double battle. But I also feel like there's another battle after them. Alright, so we got Kling Clang and Heliolisk. Who are we leading with? Alright, these two goobers. Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. I'm gonna U-turn this Heliolisk. I honestly think we kill the Heliolisk in one hit. Yeah, we do. I mean, we're what? Level 55, I'd imagine? Are we 55? Yeah, we're 55 with our man's in. Trying to learn Memento? No, you don't need to learn that. Now, do I outspeed with the Surfetch to kill this Kling Clang? I do not, but it went for shift here, so honestly, that's fine. Do we now kill it? I don't know why you would want to set up with something that's super effective in front of you, but you do you. You do you. Buffeted by the hail. Noivern, which that's a little scary. Togedemaru. Okay, that's not too scary. Noivern is a little bit, so I'm going to hard swap out of the Surfetch and go back into Darmanitan, actually. Because that would just make sense. Went for Hurricane. How much did I just do? Okay, can we not? Thank you. Get that rat out of here. Alright, and then we don't have any more hyper potions, but luckily we have a max potion, so that's fine. And then we're Scarred, so we outspeed the Noivern. Get him out of here. Trying to learn Fissure? No. Stop with the memes. Superpower. We already have a fighting type, so I'm gonna say no to that. If we didn't have a fighting type on the team, I would have considered superpower. And the nice thing is that even though we said no to it, we can still go back and relearn it later if we really want to. I think there might be one more battle. I'm gonna go over here real quick. There's not one more battle. There's a Stomping Tantrum TM. We still have 3 minutes too, which is nice. I actually wonder what like progress we can make storyline wise to this 3 minutes. Because obviously if I get trapped in story stuff, I mean, we're not going to get to like champion battle stuff. Because I would like to explore off screen as well, but I also don't want to get caught up in the storyline thing off screen, even though like everyone's seen these games plenty of times. I just don't want to get caught up in stuff. But look at this team. Like, I've complained a lot about, you know, how not having core typings and everything like that, but this team is showed the fuck up, like, in this series. Like, I can't be mad about that. Like, when I look at that death counter, yeah, we have had 3 deaths, but realistically, one of them has been one where it's like, well, no, 2 of them have been because it's like, oh, well, not really a whole lot we could have done there. And then, you know, one was, he classifies bullshit. Because, yeah, there's like a tournament, isn't there? semifinals? Who the hell are we battling? Oh, we battle Marnie. Okay. Don't take it personal when I kick your butt. I'm gonna kick your ass right now. Because your levels are gonna be like not high at all. I'm gonna absolutely fucking cakewalk you. Yeah, look at that, 47. I have a team of... Oh yeah, Prankster. I was about to say, I'm like... No. Let's not do that. We got the Obstagoon leveling up. I think in a couple levels it learns Double Edge, so I gotta make sure that I don't forget and level it up. Or not level up necessarily, but don't not give it Double Edge. I could have worded that so much better, and I just didn't. Whatever. Alright, Scrafty. I'm not worried about Scrafty, especially because we got a fairy type. I mean, Starfetch could handle it too, but alright, Toxic Rogue. Well, let's use some new mods. Why not? Let's use our new mods. Especially because Cleopatra is behind compared to the rest of the squad. I mean, yes, this thing could have Sucker Punch, which it goes for. How much do we eat that up? Eat it up decently. We take its dry skin. That's big. I mean, she doesn't have any water types, but like, that's big. Alright, more Petco. And now Grimmsnarl comes out, which I actually don't know who's going to outspeed between my Weezing and Grimmsnarl. But Grimmsnarl, we completely wall because we're a part fairy. So, and poison. So, we're chilling. I'm just going to go ahead and Dynamax. I'm so used to pressing the R button to Terrestrialize. I mean, you can Gigantamax this Grimmsnarl all you want. It's not gonna... I don't think it's gonna save yet. Actually, base 90. I don't think we gain any power because I'm pretty sure Slush Bomb is normally 90 base power anyways. It's just base 90 because it has the chance of boosting special attack stat. And that was a crit too. G-Max Snoot? Don't tell me this puts me to sleep. Oh, okay, it made me go drowsy. Alright, that's fine. No fucking way, man. Oh no, we got a special attack boost. This thing... well... Actually... It might do the exact same amount of damage. It actually did less. That's... wild. That's wild to me. Well, the nice thing is that we're out of Dynamax after this turn, so if this thing does hit me with a physical move, or a contact move, the Rocky Helmet should kill. I would imagine. Oh, I didn't mean to go for the blade. Oh, it's bulking. This is what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna do that. Even though I have like 3 mods on my team that are like physical defense mons, this being one of them, this is what we're not going to do. Torment. Okay. I just thought about it. If this thing was going to run rampant, I could always clear spawn it, but that's fine. We kill it regardless, so I don't care. So that's gonna wrap things up for this video of the Pokemon Sword Master Mode Galarian forms only. If you guys are enjoying the series or have enjoyed the series up to this point and enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit that like button down below. It would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this, of course. I'm having a blast playing through Sword and Shield again. Remember, the series isn't over once we beat Leon. We are doing the DLCs as well. So while we're getting to the end of the main game, we still got quite a ways to go. Excuse me, in terms of the actual series. So there is that as well. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.